The very first self-propelled road vehicle was steam-powered, and if you consider this to be an automobile, then France's very own Nicolas Joseph Cognat was the man who built the very first car in 1769. However, the man who built the practical automobile with an internal combustion engine was Carl Benz of Germany in 1885. You may recognize the name. Mr. Benz is still honoured today as having a very successful motor company named after him, Mercedes-Benz. As a young adult, Benz began working on a two-stroke combustion engine in hopes of finding a new income. He received his first patent in 1879, and 4 years later in 1883 he founded Benz & Company, that produced industrial engines in Mannheim, Germany. Here Benz started work on a motor carriage. This motor carriage had a two-stroke, 958 cubic centimetre engine, and had a total output of 0.75 horsepower. Its body was three-wheeled and featured many new innovations such as the electric ignition, water cooling and differential gearing. In 1885 the car was first driven on the streets of Mannheim, and in early 1886 he was given the patent for his invention. Several months later, in July 1886, he began selling his automobile to the public. This was 4 years before any other designers such as Gottlieb, Daimler or William Maybach. Benz invented many other engines and automobiles, including the axle pivot steering system in 1893 and the Boxer engine in 1896, a design that is still used in Porsches, Subaru and high-performance engines. Since then, the automobile industry has come a long way. There are small cars, large cars, sedans, wagons, four-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, sports cars, people movers, utes, and racing cars of all sorts. Cars revolutionized the modern world by allowing transport to faraway places, allowing people to travel cheaply to work and other places when they wanted to. Not only did the car revolutionize the world, but the engine did too, with use not only in cars, but aeroplanes, bikes, and other machinery. Cars have changed a lot in over 100 years. Since the 1800s they have evolved from virtually horse carriages with motors in them to expertly crafted aerodynamically designed machines, some with horsepower great enough and wind resistance small enough to reach speeds well over 300 km per hour. The look of cars has changed a lot also, from the classic car, a boxy, flimsy and slow machine with wheels that resemble bicycles, to the smooth, elegant and large cars of the 40s and 50s, then to the square and muscular shaped muscle cars of the 70s and 80s, and finally to the streamlined, lightweight and efficient cars of the new millennium. The most astonishing evolution about the automobile is the power of their engines. Carl Benz's motor wagon had a tiny 0.75 horsepower. Now, performance cars have upwards of 300 horsepower, and some have extreme amounts of power, such as the Bugatti Veyron. Without cars, the world would not have surged forward in technology. Unfortunately, cars have done some bad, with car crashes and pollution, for example. However, technology is gradually rectifying these problems, and one day cars will be completely safe and environmentally friendly.
Great success!